Hello guys, today I'm going to be going over my top 10 Crimson Invasion list that I'm really excited about. Uh, these are just the cards that I like the best, I'm really excited for. I'd like to see what you guys are excited for, maybe you can leave that down in the comments. But I'm gonna jump right into it. The first one is this card right here, and it's Devoured Field. It's basically, it just puts it lets you do 10 more damage if you are a dragon or a dark type, I believe. And then the next card is the Sea of Nothingness. And this one, whenever your Pokemon evolves, it'll still have the special conditions on it when it evolves, which I like, because especially Paralyzation. That's what I'm looking at in this one, especially with that new Raichu that came out that paralyzes. I think this will go well with it. The next card I thought I'd mention is the Counter Catcher. This is basically a Lysander, and it's an item card. You can play as many item cards as you want. It says you can only play this card if you have more prizes remaining than your opponent. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and switch it with the active. Now, looking at that, you wouldn't think that that was so great because you have to be behind on prizes. But, think about decks like Greninja, this would go so great in Greninja because you're already behind on prizes, or decks that take a little bit to build up where you lose one or two prizes, or where you Electrode and blow up and already you're down one prize. Well, you can now Counter Catcher. So I think that's going to be a great card, and I'm excited for it. And then Gyarados GX. I've always been a fan of Gyaradoses. This one's not the most amazing Gyarados I've seen. I really like the Venting Anger and Archie's. I like that a lot. But I do love that they're putting a GX Gyarados, so I had to throw it in the mix. These are also, I should have explained, rated from 10 to 1. So Gyarados, I believe, is coming in at number 7. Number 6 is the Beedrill. Now I think this Beedrill, even though that forest is gone, I still think it has a lot of power because first attack, it does 10 damage. If this Pokemon evolved from Kakuna during this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. Now in the expanded format where you can have so many other cards that boost poison, it's gonna get nasty. You just have two Kakunas and then you have Survivors, and I mean you're looking at a lot of poison just for evolving your Pokemon, then de-evolve and evolve again, and they're paralyzed. They can't get out of it. So it's going to be a nasty cycle, and I'm really excited to try that one out. And then I really am excited about Buzzle GX, and it does 30 damage and then 32 on the bench, which is good. I really like the sniping Pokemon. We're seeing a lot more of hitting the bench Pokemon. And the next attack is, it's kind of like Volcanion's. It's 160 for 3 energy. You can boost that up more with the fighting energy. And then the GX attack. Now this is why I think this is interesting, because it'll give a card that hasn't seen a lot of play. Like, I think it was made for this card, but Hala, which gives you, I think, 6 cards if you use your GX attack early. Now, this GX attack really doesn't need to be used early on in the game, because it does 40 damage for each of your remaining prize cards. So you don't want to use it if you only have one prize card left. You want to use it early on where it's doing the most damage. So I think we'll be seeing some Hala and Buzzhole GX action going on. I'm excited for that as well. This card is OP. It's going to be. I can see it coming. Shuffle one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counter on it, and all cards attached to it into their deck. For 1 energy. Coco Spread. Just the DC. Spread 20 damage on everything. You can put back every card they're trying to set up into their deck, and leave them with one that you can knock out. Maybe one that you can even knock out with this 80 damage attack. I can see this going a lot of ways to get rid of your opponent's benched Pokemon, and I'm excited to play around with it. And then the next one is the Peeping Red card. I'm a huge fan of Red card to begin with, but this one I've come into so many situations where I would love to have this card, and a bunch of the people I've seen that's made these videos haven't really said much about this card. They didn't really like it, but think about whenever you are about to end, but you play down this card. This lets you see your opponent's hand before you end. So what if they had one card and it was a Sycamore? You know, you want to get that card out of there. You want to get them, shuffle it back in, and give them an energy versus that Sycamore. I think that's going to come in clutch a lot. You can put this card in the deck list that already have red cards in it. I think I'm excited for it. Second to last, we have Katana GX. And then when you play this card down from your hand to the field, you get to discard special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's a pretty good ability. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't play this just for the ability. I'm excited for it because I think it fits so well in with Metagross, and that is a deck that I love to play. So, just get straight to it. Katana's GX attack just lets you take a prize card. For 1 energy, take a prize card. Doesn't matter what you're up against, just take a prize card. Now, the second attack is it helps even more because it does 70 damage, but you shuffle all cards against us back into your deck. So it doesn't, this Pokemon with a low HP, you know, I'm saying low, but for a GX it is pretty low. And you're shuffling it back into your deck to where you don't have to have it knocked out. And that's, I can just see this going in Metagross's deck so well. And the last card that I am super excited about is Alolan Exeggutor. This is hopefully going to be the first video I upload on this set because we'll just go through it. The first attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you have 3 energy attached to it, it does 60 damage to any Pokemon on your opponent's board for 1. It can go anywhere. Second, it does 120 damage, and you know the Pokemon is now, your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. But it does take a DCE, a Grass, and another colorless. And same with the GX attack that does 180 damage. With the Choice Band, it's doing 210, knocking out a bunch of GXs. Move any number of energy from your Pokemon to any other Pokemon you like. I have so many plans to do with Alolan Exeggutor, to the point where I want to clunk it up so bad that I'm not going to. But the main card that I think will go so great with this card is a new Venusaur. And So, I mean, you have 3 energies on it. Then, you actually have 6 energies, which is now doing 120. Put 4 energies, I mean, it keeps going. So really, all you need is 2 energies and your Venusaur out to do 180 damage with 2 energy. I'm excited about that. And not only that, but dumbbells can go on here and just make it even more bulkier and harder to knock out. It's weak against Fairy, which is the only thing that I don't like about it, but like I said before, I think Gardevoir is going to slowly leave the format soon. I think people are going to be playing a lot more cards that can easily knock out Gardevoir because Steel is getting so many cards in this set. So yeah, those are my top 10s. I would love to hear your top 10s. Leave them down in the comments. And also, I'm doing a giveaway on my TCG videos. All you have to do is be subscribed and then comment your in-game username on TCGO, and I will pick randomly a person using it's a randomizer, picks any number 1 through whatever, and then I will set up a trade for you. You will have to have a common or any card that you don't want though, because that's how I'd have to do the trade. So anyway, I'm giving away a Shining Legend pack in this video, so subscribe and comment your in-game username or any other comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!